So let's solve some of the questions in which we are going to analyze the key features of the rational functions. So here is a question, 2x squared plus 5x minus 8. So the first thing is that try to factor them if it is possible. So if you are using the calculator, so go to the mode 5.3, write down 2, 5 and negative 8, and you will see that you will get the factors which are not the whole numbers. You will get like the factors will be negative 5 plus square root 89 over 4, or you will get negative 5 minus square root 89 over 4. So we don't use such kind of the factors. Okay, so what we will write? We will write them as it is. So you will get 2x squared plus 5x minus 8. Actually, right now I am explaining you with the help of calculator, not the mentally. Even in the mentally, I will tell you later on. Now, x minus 4 as it is, yani nothing cancelled out. So what you will do after that, now one by one, write down the information on one side. Okay, so you have vertical asymptote. So how can we find the vertical asymptote? For the vertical asymptote, we always focus in the denominator and we will make it equals to 0. Solve for x, so you will get x equals to 4. So your vertical asymptote at x equals to 4. Now, it means you have a domain that is all real numbers except 4. Now, after that, you would have a horizontal asymptote. Now, in order to find the horizontal asymptote, we look at the degrees of the numerator and denominator. So, degree of numerator and degree of denominator. So, degree of numerator is here, that is 2, and degree of denominator is 1. And you know that if degree of numerator is bigger than the degree of denominator, we always say that we don't have any horizontal asymptote in such cases. Okay, so the third thing is that you cannot even cancel something, so you have no whole also. Now let's see how can we determine the zeros. So zeros can be determined from your numerator. So you will write here 2x squared plus 5x minus 8 equals to 0. Now first of all, if you go to the calculator, you will get the direct answer. Okay, you will get the x values. But let's suppose if you are not using the calculator, how would you go it? So understand, the first number and the last number you have to multiply. In order to factor normally, you will multiply the first and the last coefficients. So 2 times negative 8 gives you negative 16. So you have to factor negative 16s in such a way that you get positive 5, that is our middle term. Now you have the factors 2 times 8, 16. 2 plus 8 gives me 10, and 2 minus 8 gives me minus 6 or plus 6, which is not my required sum. Now what I can do more. So 4 times 4 also 16. 4 plus 4 8. 4 minus 4 0. It is also not my required term. So that's it. So what do I do? It means I cannot solve it with the help of factorization. Now second thing I should know about the quadratic formula. So if you remember, the quadratic formula is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, which is the quadratic equation. Then x can be formed by minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So in your case, a is 2, b is positive 5, and c is negative 8. We have the whole chapter of applying the quadratic formula to solve such kind of questions. So you can watch my previous videos also or revise yourself. Okay, now x equals to negative b is 5 plus n minus square root b squared, that means 5 squared, which will give us 25, minus 4, a is 2 and c is negative 8 on 2 and a is 2. So if we solve here, you will get negative 5, positive and negative. Now solve the inner part of the square root, you will get 89 divided by 2. So you have two zeros, one at negative 5 plus square root 89, that would give you 1.1 approximately, and the second is negative 5 negative square root 89 over 4. Sorry, 2 times 2 is 4, so I should write here 4. That means approximately negative 3.6 value. So this is the way how we find the zeros, vertical asymptote, domain, and horizontal asymptote. Now range left, right? Now in the range, of course, we write all real numbers except if we have find some number on the horizontal asymptote. But here you don't have such thing, so the range is all real numbers. Now for the zeros, if you have the multiple choice questions, you can go directly to the scientific calculator. So mode 5, 3, and then you can write the 2, 5 and negative 8. Skip all these parts and get the final answer. Solve the second question, but always, as I said, that always try to solve it first. Can you factor the numerator? No, I cannot factor. So just focus on the denominator. I cannot factor too. So just try to solve the question. So the first thing is you have to find the vertical asymptote in order to write the domain. So for that reason, focus on the denominator and make it equals to 0. Solve for x, bring the 3 on other side. So you will get 2x equals to negative 3. Divide both sides by 2. So you will get x equals to negative 3 by 2, which means negative 1.5. So you have a vertical asymptote at negative 1.5. So how can you write the domain? So the domain is all real numbers except negative 1.5. So now the second thing is horizontal asymptote. Now for horizontal asymptote, we focus on the degree of numerator and the degree of denominator. So, and then we decide that where is our horizontal asymptote possibilities. So degree of numerator is 2, degree means the power, and the degree of denominator is 1. So of course 2 is greater than 1. When the degree of numerator is bigger than the degree of denominator, we always say we don't have any horizontal asymptote. And once we don't have the horizontal asymptote, which means our range is all real numbers. Okay, now it is done. After that, we have to find out the zeros. Okay, for the zeros, what you will do, we always focus on the numerator and set it equals to 0. Bring the 5 on the other side, you will get 4x squared equals to 5. Now divide both sides by 4, you will get x squared equals to 5 over 4. Take the square root on both sides, so you will get x equals to 5 over square root 5 over 2, but do not forget to write plus and minus sign, because normally you do such kind of the mistakes. So we are done with our zeros, vertical asymptote, horizontal asymptote, domain, range. And we don't have the whole because whole is the cancelled part. So if we couldn't simplify, so of course we don't have the whole in this case also. Let's try another question. Here we have 3x squared minus 7x. So if you can see that both, yani here the first term has x and x value and the second term has 1x. So you can say that at least 1x is common among them. So we write the common factor. Now what is left now? You will have 3x from the first term because 3x times x gives you 3x square minus 7 only from the second term because x is already outside, and then divided by x plus 2. Once it is done, you cannot cancel out anything. Now start writing vertical asymptote. Where will you focus? You will focus on the denominator and you will write x plus 2 equals to 0. Bring the 2 on the other side, you will get x equals to negative 2. Now it means you have the domain all real numbers except negative 2. After doing this, we have to focus on the horizontal asymptote. For that, we have to analyze the degree of the numerator and the degree of denominator. So again, the degree of the numerator is 2 and degree of denominator is also 1, sorry. It is 1. So numerator is bigger than the denominator. Again, you will say no horizontal asymptote. So what is your range? So for such cases, the range is all real numbers. Now we have zeros. So for zeros, we focus on the numerator. That is 3x square minus 7x and set it as 0. And we already took the x common here in the first step. So 3x minus 7 equals to 0. One time write x equals to 0. It means one time write the first factor and set it as set it as 0 and then write down the second factor, make it equals to 0. So here you have 1 0 that is at 0. And now for the other one, solve. So 3x equals to 7. Divide both sides by 3. You will get x equals to 7 over 3. And these two factors are your zeros. Now solve this question. 3x square minus 5 divided by 4x minus 3. Again, quickly, here you don't have any common factor. You cannot factorize, so leave it as it is. Vertical asymptote. For vertical asymptote, we focus on the numerator. We will make it equals to 0. Solve for x. Bring the negative 3 on the other side. Divide both sides by the 4. So x equals to 3 over 4 is our vertical asymptote. After doing that, we have to write our domain. So in our case, the domain is all real number except 3 over 4. After doing this, we have to analyze the horizontal asymptote. For that, we have to know about the degree of the numerator and the degree of denominator. So degree means the power. Power of the numerator is 2 and power of denominator is 1. It means again degree of numerator bigger than the degree of denominator. So you will write no horizontal asymptote, which means your range is going to be all real numbers. After doing that, what we have to do, we have to write our zeros. Now zeros focus on the numerator 3x square minus 5. Bring the equals to 0. Bring the 5 on other side. It will gives you 3x square equals to 5. Divide both sides by the 3. You will get x square equals to 5 over 3. Take the square root on both sides and you will get x equals to plus minus square root of 5 over 3, or you can simplify more. If you will simplify more, you will get 3 square root 5, 3 square root 3 square root 3 and here 15 3 5 here 5 over 3. So I think square root 15 over 3 will be your answer. But better to check it that we don't make any mistake. So um, square root of 15 over 3 will be our answer. Now, after doing that, let's check one more question. Now, look at this. This looks so difficult, right? But it is not actually difficult. But understand that if something is already in the bracket, so and there is a square power is written, so you can use the formula a plus b whole square in order to understand about the degree. Okay, so if we write it here, if we open it here, it will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. And if we check our question, for example, and compare our answer with this thing. So what do you get? The degree is 2. So if you like to open the bracket, you can open. Otherwise, simply this is only just to make you confused. You only understand that the degree of the numerator in such cases is 2. Because this is x, when you will open, the degree will go on that one, so it will become x square. So even no need to open this bracket, avoid unnecessary steps, because also x plus 2 cannot be cancelled with the denominator, so no need to do these steps. Just write the vertical asymptote, that is x minus 3 equals to 0. Bring the 3 on other side, you will get x equals to 3. So your domain is going to be all real numbers except 3. After that, you have horizontal asymptote. Just now we said that the degree of numerator is 2 and the degree of denominator is 1. And since numerator is bigger than the denominator, we will write no horizontal asymptote. Now, if it is so, our range is going to be all real numbers. Now the question comes, how can we find our zeros? Because it seems so complicated, whereas it is not. So see the simple thing, x plus 2 whole square equals to 0. How can we remove the square? By taking the square root on both sides. So we will get x plus 2 equals to 0. Reason is that this 2 will cancel with this square root. Bring the 2 here. So x equals to negative 2 is the required number of zeros. Same way, solve this question. So again, vertical asymptote. Focus on the denominator, that is x plus 1 equals 0. Bring the 1 on the other side, you will get x equals to negative 1. Now, what is your domain? Domain is all real numbers except negative 1. After that one, you have horizontal asymptote, and just now I told you that x minus 3 whole square means that this power is on x also. So the highest power is degree of numerator is 2. Degree of numerator is 2 and degree of denominator is only 1. So 2 is bigger than 1, which means that you don't have any horizontal asymptote. So you will write here no horizontal asymptote, which means that the range is all real numbers. Now you have zeros. So for zeros, we focus on the numerator and set it as 0. Remove the square from both sides by taking the square root. You will get x plus 3 equals to 0. Bring the 3 on other side and you will get x equals to negative 3. So this is your 0. So I think the idea or the concept is now clear to you, and if you feel that the video is useful, then please share it with your friends and write me in the comment if you want me to make some more videos on the same ideas or other ideas. Thank you so much.